There we go. Hello guys, Robot1 here with my mate Luke, who's just come top 4 with Paleozoics. So, you want to show us the deck?
Alright, start off with the monsters. 3 Curry Bandit, because you need to get your Paleozoic monsters into the grave and add that demise or add whatever you need. 1 Tour Guide to go with the Curry Bandits. This is purely for either in time and you need to go into a Nightmare Shark, which actually happened today, or it's just for a first turn, go quick, go into a Dante to get mills. That's the problem with this deck, is that it's quite slow to start off with. And then for the other monsters we have 2 Plague Spreader Zombie. It's a reoccurring level 2, it's also a tuner which comes in handy because it means you can go into stuff like Herald. And then 1 Cobalt Hedgehog to make amazing combos with it all. Because when you detach Cobalt for an Xyz, it goes to grave rather than banished.
Which is broken.
You can just spam the field. And then for spells, you have the staples, you've got 3 demise. Just most of your deck is traps, and you don't care if you're going to discard your Paleozoics anyway. So it just speeds everything up a lot more. 2 duality, because it's a demise deck, you just consistency. 1 Regeki. Regeki's Regeki, just clears massive fields. 1 Upstart, the deck thinning. And 1 Foolish to get your Cobalt or Plague Spreaders into grave. Builds up for combos. And for the Paleozoic monsters, or traps rather, you got 3 of each. I'll tell you what they all do in a minute. This is an MST. We all have the same effect where if a trap card is activated, whether it be yours or your opponent's, you get to special summon it from your grave. This is a mandatory effect, so you don't get to pick or choose, and when they leave the field, they're banished instead. So yeah, this one's an MST. This one's like a D-draw for the deck, so you discard a Paleozoic card and draw 2. This is a Shrink, so it just halves your opponent's attack and defense for the turn. And this is a Book of Moon. It's probably one of the best ones. You've got to play 3 of each. Because unfortunately we don't have any of the other stuff at the moment. And then for draw power we got 3 Reckless Greed. It's a trap, it's a reactive trap, which means you can activate any of your Paleozoics really easily. And of course deck thinning, which is amazing in this deck. Breakthrough skills, because you can't run Solemn Strikes, because you can't chain to your strikes. It's the only reason you play them. And of course Breakthrough skills is actually a really good card. 2 Storming Mirror Force. This is just battle stopping, making sure they're not going to get rid of your field before you can actually set up for Xyz.
And summon multiple Paleozoics, right?
Yeah, because of course it's the trap, so it just comes off of that as well. 1 Threatening Roar. Almost the same reason, but because it's such a slow deck, you don't want to get OTK'd quickly by stuff like Blue Eyes or BA. Vanities, because it's one of the best floodgates in the game. Shouldn't need explaining. 2 Anti-Spell. I mean, as you can see, I think there's something like 6, 7 spells. So it doesn't really hurt you, plus Pendulum shuts them down, shuts down loads of other cards. And then 2 Iron Wall. And this actually is more for you rather than stunning your opponent, because all of the Paleozoics, and including stuff like Plague Spreader and Cobalt, if they're used for synchros, but when they leave the field, they get banished. So with Iron Wall, just sends them to grave rather than banishing them. That's the main deck. The extra deck, we have 3 rank 3s. Of course, you've got your Dante, Nightmare Shark, and I have the String de Djinn because I needed 15 cards. I don't even know why it's in here. You need this for if you're going first and you open the tour guide, start getting everything sorted. The Nightmare Shark's just in there for time. And of course you've got the best and most commonly used one in your extra deck. I can't even say its name, but it's the Paleozoic one. It's unaffected by monster effects, and while it has a trap attached to it, it can use this effect on either player's turn, but it's attach an Xyz material and target a card in the field and destroy it, which is insane because it's always going to have traps attached to it. And also there's another effect which I very rarely used, but when a trap card is sent from the spell or trap card zone to the graveyard, you get to excavate the top card of a deck. If it's a trap, you get it to add it to your hand. If not, it goes to grave. It just speeds everything up a lot more. And you have 2 Sky Cavalry. This is an insane rank 2. It's a very good card. Can't destroy a battle, and when it attacks an opponent's monster, or when it battles an opponent's monster and that monster isn't destroyed, you can attach an Xyz material and bounce it to your hand, so it's a non-targeting effect as well. So it can get around loads of cards, stuff like, well, all of the Cosmos for example, even though they're completely irrelevant now.
Never know.
Nah, they're garbage.
Never know, someone might think we're bullshit now.
Gachi Gachi is
Hey, remember YouTube heroes, calm down.
solid rank 2.
Triggered.
Then you have number 45. I don't know the full name of
Spooky
it.
man on a horse.
It's a spooky man on a horse. It's essentially a giant
Crumble
hand.
logs the prophet of demolition.
Yeah, it's essentially a giant hand, but it's a rank 2.
Oh.
Pretty
Yeah,
good,
giant
and it's a bit better than giant hand. It locks out all of the effects of all the cards with that name, as long as cards on the field.
Nice.
So even cards in their hand, their effects negated with
You
it.
can block MST with it.
You can. No, you can't. Must be a monster.
Oh, that's shit.
Yeah. Herald of Pure Light. I think I
Before you get
very
it wrong.
rarely went into it. It's French, so I can't read it either.
I'll get my English copy.
But it's detach an Xyz material and discard a card and target a monster,
I thought it was discard an Xyz material, add a card from your grave, and then shuffle one from your hand into the deck.
something like that. There we go. There's the English one.
Because English is better. You don't need translations.
You just need to learn to read.
2 Digusto Phoenix. Detach an Xyz material, target a face-up wind you control. It can attack twice. So this is an amazing combo with Cat Shark. So what Cat Shark does is detach an Xyz material and target, this is during the player's turn, target one of your rank 4 or lower Xyz monsters. Its attack and defense are doubled until the end phase. So what you do is you go into these 2, effect, detach, so this card can attack twice, effect, attach, so this card's attack is doubled, and that's 6k when attacking directly. Or 6-5 if you've got that in attack mode. But one, this card has water Xyz attached to it. It can't be destroyed by battle either, so you can just sit on defense and then poke for 6k.
Until it gets ragged.
Until it gets reggae, which never happened today. It's really good. How many Tree Toad am I playing? Yeah, as soon as that card comes out, all of this is getting taken out for Tree Toad.
You're gonna play 15
not?
Tree Toads.
Why wouldn't you?
Don't you still have one more extra card though?
Yeah, and you got the one Synchro,
Yeah.
which is the Herald of Arclight, because this card is broken. Whenever your opponent would activate anything,
Negate.
negate, banish, broken.
Cobalt and Placeholder.
All of these are level 2s, and you have plate spreaders. But that was the deck I used today.
So you want to switch side or?
Yep, got a side sorted as well, somewhere. 2 Maxi, because everything special summons this format, including this deck. It's self-explanatory. Maxi, just draw a card, very good. 2 Ghost Ogre, mainly for pendulums because it's a pain to get round. And then that's all the monsters. You don't need stuff like the kaijus because everything gets rid of beaters anyway. This card just destroys everything.
It's a Deltaros that doesn't target?
It does target,
Oh, sadly.
but it can use its effect during the player's turn. Then we have the 3rd Iron Wall. Purely for the same reason why the other 2, but there's no point maining 3. 2 Debunk, because everything uses its effect in grave for this format, no matter what deck it is, so it's pretty good. 2 Mistress of the Gnomes. I think it just decreases levels.
It does.
It does.
Yeah?
It's not misty for the yoke.
Then you can banish it to decrease again.
levels, yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. Plus it's just a reactive trap. You can just special summon more. It's mainly for BA, but it never came up today. I know. And then one warning. The reason this is in the side deck rather than the main deck is purely because it's a counter trap. You can't chain to it. But Denko Sekka screws you over. So
You got Denko, didn't you?
I didn't get Denko, luckily.
Jesus Christ.
Never even sided in warning.
Some lucky guy.
Yeah. And then for the spells, 3 system down. Mainly in here for when ABC come out, but I know
But we had a Cosmo player here.
I knew for a fact we were having Cosmos, and I know he's quite a good player, so 3 system down just because I had space.
Respect him, yeah.
2 Dark Hole.
Because it's Dark Hole.
Dark Hole's just a very good card, mainly for Blue Eyes and Pendulum.
Why don't you play Raigeki?
I am maining Raigeki, but sometimes just fields are too overpowering. So
Yeah.
flip the Dark Hole. And then 2 Swords of Concealing Light, mainly for BA, but it's such a good card.
Hey, what about that Chaos Max, yeah?
And Chaos Max,
What's a
but
Chaos Max?
no one ever plays it in the TCG.
So, yeah, that's your whole deck profile. Anything else to say?
It's a very good deck. When Trito comes out, this deck is actually insane. It's got, because they're all waters, so they can just go into Trito straight away. As soon as it comes out, all of the bandits and the whole monster engine is just getting taken out for the frogs.
Oh. Is there anything in there you would actually change right now, or...?
What I'd change right now, I probably wouldn't main the anti-spells. It didn't come up very much today. Might put in a 3rd Storming. And possibly some more trap draw power, because quite often, every time I'd lost, was purely because I was locked out with a Reckless.
Okay.
But you've got to play them because it's such a good card.
So guys, that's my mate Luke's Paleozoic deck profile that came top 4 surprisingly.
Yep.
And yeah guys, thanks for watching, Luke.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next time.